Hi, how you doing? My name is Ryan Pannis, and I'd actually like to get something off my chest and kind of put things out there. November 21st, 2009, my cousin Billy was shot by an officer off duty, Frank Temper, who was actually drunk at a baby shower and started a little riot outside of his house where my cousin kind of got drug into, and situations escalated to a not turn back situation where my cousin was killed. And I just like to put the story out there and show you and explain to you about everything that happened. There was a discussion, argument, however you want to put it, between my cousin's friend and Frank Temper, where they got into a little drama about marijuana. And here my cousin's friend was rolled on by a couple of Frank Temper's friends, and my cousin ran over to help with a couple of his friends. Frank Temper actually ran out, started the whole riot, runs back into his house and grabs a gun, comes back out to my 21-year-old cousin at the time and said, you're free to stop doing what you're doing. And my cousin goes, you're not going to shoot me. And Officer Temper actually said, you want to bet? And fired one round to the chest with a .22 gun. We actually took my cousin's friends took him to the Northeastern Hospital, which was closed, and they didn't realize at the time, and took him to, I forget what other hospital, but we went to the hospital. My cousin didn't have a fighting chance. The bullet traveled so far into his chest it bounced around a little bit and killed him within the hour. It impacted a whole neighborhood. If you look into the whole situation on YouTube, they will show you about how much pride and how strong this neighborhood actually is against that situation that happened. I could understand if it was a one-on-one fight, got beat up, but bringing a gun involved into a situation like that is unnecessary, especially if you're supposed to be an officer of the law. You're supposed to protect and serve, not destroy. And that's what you have done to Port Richmond. If you look up Billy Pannis on YouTube, on a lot of news stations, on their websites, it will explain the whole concept of what this neighborhood's about. We are a strong neighborhood, and just to lose one person, the whole neighborhood stood behind us. We just had a beef and beer for Billy, and over 400 people came. It was a beautiful turnout. More people wanted to come. They sat there and the tickets were sold out. We just couldn't. There was over 1,000 people who requested to get tickets. By chance they didn't. I feel sorry for those people. We had a good night in the name of Billy. That's all I have to say right now. I'm going to get a couple people lined up to talk about that were actually there that night where Billy was shot, to discuss the whole situation of what happened. A lot of them, they keep trying to turn into looking like bad guys when everybody has a past, a history. Some people do a little marijuana, some people drink once in a while. Doesn't make them bad people. But the way everything's turning out and Temper's lawyers are trying to make people look, it's ridiculous. Everybody's getting locked up, this and that. They're trying to pin certain things on them. No. A person's a person. None of them killed anybody. None of them robbed people. They just have a little past. But the way the court systems are trying to actually make it look is they're all criminals, druggies, stuff like that. None of that ever happened. We actually have video coverage of Frank Temper standing outside his house from a few years back shooting a possum with kids around. It just goes to show you, once a bad egg, always a bad egg. Nothing's going to change that. And in a situation of this actually had to happen for them to kick him off the force, it was ridiculous. That's all I can think of.
So the holidays, babe, were just a whole lot different, huh?
Yes, they are.
February's the trial for Billy, and I sincerely hope to God that they convict this guy for murder. That's what he did to our son. And it hurts every holiday that we have. I have a hard time dealing with it.
Definitely.
You don't feel the same?
Yes, I do. No more.
I mean, men take things different, but that was my best friend. That was my son, my only son. I just don't think it's fair because he was a cop that he has the things that he has in jail. I mean, isolation and so forth and so on. And I miss Billy every day. I can't even go to his grave.
Yeah, that's the hardest part, going to his grave, especially near the holidays. It's.
What do you feel like afterwards? I mean, I'm pissed off. I mean, I'm just,
I think I'm still in shock because I really haven't released it release it. Yeah, I keep a whole of my feelings inside of me.
Yeah, look at me once in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think seeing his name on that gravestone just literally just drives me up a wall. He actually has a little niece that I'll never see again, or have never seen. I mean, but the neighborhood, the community of Philadelphia and Port Richmond has really,
and beyond Port Richmond all around.
it's just done so much for us. I mean, if not for them, he would not be in jail.
Yeah.
I just think that, you know, Frank Temper should be convicted of murder in the first degree, although I don't know if that would happen. That's up to the people who will judge him, but there's no reason for our son to be dead right now. No reason whatsoever. You as a mother used to do his laundry, and
Yep, miss all that. Miss everything about it.
it's just a complicated situation. I mean, life is not the same. Everything in our lives have changed. No matter what you're talking about. I mean, we're just not the same people.
I don't care no more. I used to be organized and everything, you know.
Organized though.
I used to be ready for Christmas. I'm not even ready for Christmas. I don't even care about
My
Christmas.
wife used to nag about cleaning and all, but she has changed so much, and you know I don't fault her for that. But it's just the most horrible feeling that any parent. I would not wish the pain that we're going through on the person who murdered our son. I just can't do that. This pain is so intense that it's just impossible to deal with. You know, I hide upstairs in my bedroom, and you know, I call it my man cave. Well, it's just impossible. My wife stays down there by herself, and what do? Facebook?
Yeah. Just look at Billy's picture, and I wait for him to come through the door every night.
That's a constant thing. Yeah. I mean, we still think he's coming through the door, right? I mean,
Definitely.
It's unbelievable. I mean, you know, I don't believe he's dead, although I know he is. It's my son. I miss him so much with all my heart.
Yeah, show the shirt again.
I cry more than she does in public. Maybe she can hold it more.
Show the shirt again, Bill. Thanks.
My son. I'm prick. He's a little prick. This is my buddy. The pain of losing your only son, or any son, especially by the way we've lost him. And I had happened to see his picture on the morgue. My boy totally naked, cut open like a fish with a bullet hole in his chest, for no reason whatsoever. Yet in 1995, this guy did the same thing and should have been fired, although he did not pull the trigger. There are so many offenses against this cop, it's unbelievable that Internal Affairs did not, and the city of Philadelphia, terminate him way back when. If they would have done their job, my son would be alive today. But that's God. God wanted my boy, and he took him through that asshole Frank Temper. I'm sorry, but sometimes I get a little emotional, get a little vulgar. My wife, he used to come home every night. Mom sleeps downstairs, and with what? Be your best friend when he came in?
Yeah, talk for hours. Yeah, or him and his girlfriend come over, or they would just sit and talk to me. His girlfriend come down and talk to me. She'd go get him his iced tea, and we had to have his chicken nuggets, his Elio's pizza. We don't even food shop anymore. We don't, you know. I used to have all the snacks in. I still have his iced tea container out there. I didn't even throw it away. You know, we can't throw nothing of his stuff away.
He had to have his Lipton iced tea mix.
Yeah.
I mean, Mom doesn't buy nothing no more because of the fact that he's not here.
Everything reminds me of him. Everything I touch in the super aisles, in the stores.
It's totally changed our lives. Totally changed our lives. I don't know what to do. I don't even work a full day anymore because I can't emotionally. After 3 or 4 hours, I gotta leave my facility because I'm crying. My heart is in so much pain, and I just can't do it. My wife, I give her credit. She's working. That keeps you occupied, right?
Yep, keeps my mind going.
That's it for now. I can't tell her.